And a big thank you to Desert Financial Credit Union for sponsoring the KRIM Community Spotlight Program. Good morning, RIM Country. Chris Higgins in the studio. And today, once a month, we have on Banner Payson Medical Center. And that's who's joining us today. And we have Roxana Barrios Orozco. And she is a counselor, a behavioral health counselor with Banner Payson Medical Center. And she's going to be talking to us today and on the radio, and if you're able to watch on our KRIM FM Facebook page, you can watch there. We're broadcasting live from the Sawmill Theaters building, our new location over here, so you can check it out. But she's going to be sharing with us about the different services and treatments that are provided by Banner Payson Medical Center and by her and the other people, I would imagine, that work in the behavioral health office there. So, good morning, Roxana. Thank you so much for coming on this morning.
Good morning, and thank you for having us.
Oh, thank you. You know what? This microphone is set for Hoyt, because Hoyt is such a tall guy, and I was noticing that today. It was still pointed up, from when he comes in to join us. But so how long have you been with Banner Payson Medical Center?
Yeah, great question. So I'm actually fairly new to Payson. I've been here for about a year and a half. I previously worked for Banner down in the Valley, and then the position, there was an opportunity to join this team here, so I was excited, and I've been with this team for just a little over a month.
Mm-hmm. I have to ask, what drew you to Payson?
To be living, with elk, why not, right? It's just beautiful, it's majestic. I already had family here, and we would visit, almost once a month. Mm-hmm. And the opportunity came to sell our home in Phoenix, and we thought, why not?
I know that is how it was with us. We were living down in the valley, but coming up here, it seemed like we were trying to come up really every weekend in the summertime to escape the heat, the traffic, just the congestion, all of the people, and then eventually moved up here. But it is a beautiful area, a great town, but I also know that the small town living isn't for everyone. Some people, after living in a metropolitan area, it's like, wow, it's quiet. There's not much going on after 8 o'clock. Yeah. Wow, there's not as many restaurants or different things, but I know, I think it is a trade-off, but it's well worth it for the beauty and the elk, like you said, and the friendliness of the people. And I would imagine also it's a little different working at Banner Payson Medical Center versus where you were working at Banner facility in the Valley?
Yes, that's correct. Here, especially in my current position, the program that I am working for serves 55 plus.
Okay.
So it's really geared towards the behavioral health needs of our senior population.
Okay.
And so it is quite different than being down in the valley.
And what is the size of your team, or how many are in your office?
Yeah, so our emotional wellness program is connected to the cardiopulmonary rehab program. Mm-hmm. And so altogether we are a team of, there's 2 nurses, and then we have our clinical manager, and then we have our patient care support specialist, and then myself.
Okay. And I guess, do you guys stay really busy, or is there a big need in this community?
Yeah, there absolutely is a big need, and because I'm fairly new in the position, we've had some turnover in the behavioral health program, and so we're really trying to just vamp up the services and let the community know that we're here.
Mm-hmm. So I guess who are the services open to?
Great question. So like I mentioned, we primarily serve 55 plus.
Mhm.
We accept all insurance plans,
Okay.
Medicare, Medicaid, commercial. We're also available for caregivers, right, that often find themselves in having a difficult moment because of their loved one maybe is faced with a recent diagnosis, significant medical need. So, really anyone in the community that's 55 plus that needs mental health services. We provide individual and group-based services.
Oh, okay. So I guess the difference between individual and group-based, so in the setting, so you provide just one-on-one consultation or do meetings on a one-on-one basis, but then also have some group counseling sessions, say for people that, whether it's themselves, that they're struggling with similar issues or being diagnosed with similar I guess mental health issues, or caregivers. You also mentioned caregivers as well.
Yeah, we often forget about the caregivers, right? That
Mhm.
sometimes find themselves now having to manage an adjustment. So we're really focused at life transitions, recent medical diagnosis, any difficulty with anxiety, depression. Even if there's any concern or question, I would encourage a phone call.
And I know I was talking with, somebody that works with a local nonprofit here in town, and she was commenting how with their group, but also with young people in the schools, and I'd imagine it's also in the 55 plus community as well, that there's just a real big increase with mental health issues or people that are suffering from some of the things you just listed. And is that what you're seeing as well in that age group?
Yeah, I think unfortunately there's still a lot of stigma around seeking these services. And so, that's why we're able to support either individual or group-based, however someone feels comfortable. But yes, there tends to be stigma just even asking for the help.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. It seems like it's slowly changing, but it is, I think, definitely still there, to where just how a physical illness is just still viewed differently than a mental illness. If you have a broken bone or you're suffering from something that is physical that you or I can see, that people can see, then it's different than when it's something you're struggling with your mind and mentally.
Yes, absolutely, I agree. We will seek support and care for high blood pressure, stomach aches, back pain, migraines, etc. But we hesitate when it comes to our emotional wellness. And hopefully someday we'll see them as the same, but absolutely we take a holistic approach. So really trying to encourage just the mind-body wellness in general.
So if somebody wanted to get in touch with your office or with you, what is the best way to do that?
Yeah, so the phone number that our office can be reached at is 928-596-4575. We are directly across the helicopter pad by Banner Payson. So it's a small building. And, I always just encourage, if there's any significant change to, someone eating too much or eating less or sleeping too much or sleeping less, mood irritability, those are often the biggest changes that we tend to not see. And those are kind of the big giveaways that something could be, some additional support could be needed for emotional health.
Okay. So those, so you're right across, okay, from the helipad right there. the small buildings detached from the hospital.
That's correct.
All right, and the number again for Roxana, for the office, is 928-596-4575. Could people also walk in to the office to set up an appointment or to get information?
Absolutely, yes.
Okay.
We are there Monday through Friday, typical business hours, 8 to 4:30.
Mhm. All right, again, if you're just tuning in or just joining us on our Facebook Live, we're talking with Roxana Barrios Orozco, who is a behavioral health counselor with Banner Payson Medical Center, and she's sharing the services that are offered by herself and her office. Again, they are helping people if you're suffering from anxiety, depression, other issues as far as difficulty navigating life changes, just things are happening in your life that are overwhelming you, and that could be grief possibly, or just anything that's challenging you emotionally, and you feel like you just need some help, some support, or maybe need to learn more or try and figure out more about what's happening. And why you may be feeling that way, and what can be done to help not feel that way, to maybe make you feel like you can get back on track with your life. Again, you can reach out to her, and it's really good. I love having the Banner Payson Medical Center. He just loves chewing the bone on the wood, making a lot of noise. I don't know why. But love having Banner Payson Medical Center on our Community Spotlight program, because there are so many services that are offered, and some are newer, and it seems like they're always adding, services, or maybe enhancing services, expanding the services that are offered to the community. So it's great to have you and our guests on just to share about the different services that are provided, because having Banner Payson Medical Center in Payson is such a great resource, and there are so many different programs and services that are offered, and this is just one of the many, again, emotional wellness services, focusing on, or mainly for people age 55 plus, and that is over half of our population here in Payson, and probably over half of the population in RIM country as well. Well, since I was going to ask you, how long have you been in this field and working in behavioral health?
I have been working in behavioral health for almost 18 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
And what drew you into behavioral health?
I think for some reason I've always been interested with and fascinated by the mind, how we operate, how we think, how we function, and I just continue to pursue that academically, and I'm fortunate that I get to do something that I really do love every day.
The mind is pretty fascinating. how it works. Is this the first time you've worked, or coming to Payson, working with seniors or 55 plus?
I had the opportunity to work with the 55 plus population back in the Valley, but it was specifically women's wellness.
Oh, okay. They have a pretty strong, or women's wellness, I guess, program, or there's a which is coming up, I think, next month. We're actually, I saw Jennifer Lawless, who's with Banner Payson Medical Center. She'll be joined with Heather Stage from the MHA Foundation, and talking about the Women's Wellness Forum. Are you going to be participating in that?
I am, yes.
Oh, okay,
I'm excited. I'll be a speaker there as well.
Oh, wow, that's exciting. Yeah, and that will be probably your first time at that forum then?
That's correct.
Oh, wow. Yeah, it is a popular forum. Usually a lot of women in attendance, and they have great speakers and just a lot of really good information. Do you happen to know the date on that? And I'm sorry to put you on the spot.
I want to say it's like the August 18th maybe, if that's a Saturday.
Gotcha, and I'm going to look it up right now to see if there's information on that. I know we'll get that information out though August 12th. So yeah, August 12th, 2023 that's the 23rd annual Women's Wellness Forum. Yeah, have a little bit of time, but definitely women that are listening, you want to mark your calendar for that event. It's just a great event, and I believe it will be, does not say, but I know in the past it's been at the Marizal Hotel and Casino.
That's correct.
That is a great event. So, again, talking with Roxana Barrios Orozco, and she is a behavioral health counselor at Banner Payson Medical Center, and she provides emotional wellness services for people 55 and over. So if you are struggling a little bit, or would like to talk to somebody or get information, and I think that's probably maybe the hardest for most people is taking that first step, reaching out to you or people in your office. Do you hear that from people?
Yes, I would say that to be true. Often it's making that first phone call.
Mm-hmm.
It can be really overwhelming, but taking that first step it's the first step in your own emotional wellness. So I would definitely encourage anyone, even if they're just hesitant or have a question or just trying to figure out if it's a right program for them, to just give us a call or stop by.
Mm-hmm. And now, do you have information, handouts or information that people can take with them, or is there a website as well that has information on it?
I don't know if I know it's on, I believe it's on the Banner Facebook page,
Okay.
but we can, if they stop by, we can give them information.
Okay.
For sure.
And again, you are open Monday through Friday, and that's from, what are the times again?
From 8 to 4:30?
8 to 4:30. And located, let's see, if you're familiar with the Banner Payson Medical Center campus, when if you're traveling down Main Street and then you turn left like you're heading to the hospital, and you would be the building when you come to that T, the one that's basically almost right in front of you right there, a small building.
Yes, it's a small building.
Okay, that's across from the helipad. Also, you can give them a phone call, and the address is 803 South Ponderosa Street, Suite A, and the phone number is 928-596-4575. Also, I think you mentioned this, but it's probably good to mention again, insurance. What types of insurance do you take?
We take Medicare, Medicaid, and commercial plans.
Okay. What if somebody is uninsured? What would you recommend, or maybe what could be looked at in that situation?
If someone is uninsured, I would still encourage them to call, and we can certainly help with any resources.
Okay. Maybe point them towards different organizations or
Correct.
insurance companies, plans, access, or something.
Yes.
To where they could still get access to services.
That's correct.
Yeah. And now, how long, so you said you recently joined this department, or Banner Payson Medical Center. How long has this program been offered by Banner here in Payson? Do you happen to know?
I know that they've been serving the community for the past couple years.
Okay.
It was previously a different organization that managed the program, but the
Okay.
program has essentially been here for, I believe, over 2-3 years.
Okay. And then Banner, I guess, took over these services and
Correct.
took over the program. No, that is good. It's good to see that the services, these emotional wellness services, are still offered here in Payson for Rim Country residents. And do you work with, or I guess, Banner facilities in the valley and maybe refer people, or if people need more in-depth help, or you're not able to provide the level of service, do you work with the facilities in the valley and will recommend treatment down there?
Yes, absolutely. And I didn't mention this earlier, but our program also provides psychiatric care. So if someone is interested or has questions about medication as an option for treatment, that's also something that we provide.
Okay, can people, if they're currently on medication and they're not sure, I imagine they have a doctor that's prescribing that they're working with, can they reach out to you as well, or just to maybe see or ask questions or second opinions? Is that something that's done?
Yeah, absolutely. If they have questions about and want a consultation, that's something that we can provide.
Okay. Well, again, if you would like more information about the emotional wellness services provided by Banner Payson Medical Center and Roxana and her team there at Banner Payson Medical Center, the address is 803 South Ponderosa Street, Suite A, and the office number is 928-596-4575. Again, you can give them a call or stop in to the office and get more information, ask questions, set up an appointment. Approximately, if somebody went in today, approximately how long does it take to get an appointment? Is that something that can be done real quick, or does it take a little bit of time?
It could be done really quick. I would say within 2 to 5 days. We can have an appointment scheduled.
No, that's good. So you shouldn't have to wait that long. And I would really encourage people, if you feel like you do just need to talk to someone, need something but you don't know what. Again, this could be because of or due to anxiety, depression, grief, whatever it is, the emotions that you're feeling. Especially if you don't have a family up here, because I think there's maybe people that do move up here and they don't have family here. You said that you had family here, but if you came to Payson, and sometimes, I know this happens as well, people that come to Payson to take care of their parents or family members, and then those family members pass on and the people are here, and if they've been spending their time as caregivers, and maybe don't have the friends or just the social networks, and now they're kind of on their own and could be a little depressed or just wanting someone to talk to. So this would be a good place to turn and to go. Again, emotional wellness services at Banner Payson Medical Center. Well, anything else you would like to add, Roxana?
I just want to say again, I would encourage anyone if they have any questions or concerns, and kind of the big changes to look for is any drastic changes to things like appetite, sleep, mood, irritability, things like that, to just give us a call and we can meet and do a consultation and see if the services are a good fit.
All right. Well, great. Well, thank you so much for coming on today.
Thank you for having me.
Oh, you're so welcome, and thank you to Banner Payson Medical Center, to you and to everyone for all of the services and everything you provide for our community to keep us healthy.
Thank you.
Thank you for that. All right, time to get back to the music with some Edwin Starr, Rolling Stones, Paul McCartney, and Wings. But first, let's get a quick update from the National Weather Service. All right,